George Ridgely, Executive Director of SF Pride. So let's welcome.
All right, yeah. Coming up in June, right?
Yeah. With you getting this job, I'm kind of like, wow, here comes Gen X.
Exactly.
Let's kick him in the butt.
It's our turn.
It is our turn. But we get to a certain point in our lives when you realize that we can no longer be the young ingenue, that we have to step up and become adult and show people how it's done. So
we should be very proud of the fact that we have one of the largest Pride celebrations in the entire world.
On the planet.
A lot of straight people are coming to Pride. I wonder if most of the people that come are actually straight or that kind of thing.
Well, and I think that's what I see our Pride is. We are now a symbol of what it starts to look like when we get integrated.
That. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
we need to be the leaders and show them.
Exactly.
Yeah, follow us.
And how do we reach out to all these newcomers coming here to bring them into sort of, instead of being workaholics, how do we open them up to the beauty of this city?
I mean,
none of us really
How
know.
could they not love what we're doing once they see what we're doing?
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, these people are spending so much money to come live here as a city because they're living in San Francisco. I mean, you would think they want to take advantage of all the things and not just take away from it by kicking people out of their houses because they pay more for them than the other people did. So, but I think there is room for tech and music and entertainment to all come together and create something fabulous in San Francisco now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
I think a good slogan will be, if you ever want to experiment with anything, this is the city to do it.
No,
and let
that's
us
true.
help you find your little drug of choice, whatever it may be. You gotta
Usually
try
has
it.
something to do with sex.
You don't want to die curious and afraid.
No.
I know you also did Casper Street Fair. Is that?
I did.
Yeah.
I was executive director for Casper Street Fair for 8 years. That's a true neighborhood.
Yeah, that's like a
party.
street celebration.
Yeah, it's more of a neighborhoody kind of
So
thing.
now they just multiply it by like 500 and then you have
Exactly.
Pride.
Yeah.
And you did Beta Breakers as well.
I did. I was at Beta Breakers for 11 years.
Wow,
So
see?
I know a big event. I know how to
You
throw a
know how to
big
get
party.
around it, totally, yeah.
So Pride is a membership organization. There are members throughout the city, and the members pick a theme every year. This past September, we had our general membership meeting, which had I think like 300 people show up. And so I mean, there's
People
a
have an
lot-
opinion on Pride.
No,
that's
totally,
great. That's
totally,
great.
and
Yeah.
it's
a hot button issue.
It is a community event,
And people will let you know when they're not
It's a
happy.
huge community
Yeah.
event.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So this year's theme is "Color Our World with Pride," which was chosen by the
Color our world with pride.
Yeah. Is there connections with other Pride organizations? Does San Francisco talk to New York kind of thing?
But there's an organization called Interpride, which is international. It's all of the Pride organizations that communicate and talk to one another and meet and support one another. So if there's a city or a town that wants to start a new Pride, they've got a resource to do that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Being the executive director of Pride, I imagine it's not all fun. There's a certain fun aspect of it, the vision, but then you got to get down and do the scheduling. You have to worry about all that good stuff, right?
It's like throwing a nightclub. It's like throwing a party. At the
Comes
end
that
of the
point, you
day,
actually
somebody's
gotta work
got to
and do
plug
it.
in the sound system. Somebody's
it
got
run.
to
All that good
promote
stuff,
it.
yeah.
Somebody,
The right
You've
brain
got
and
to
left
book the
brain.
talent.
Yeah.
So where did you start off? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a small town in Maryland.
In Maryland?
It was we were country folk. My
Okay.
family grew tobacco.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. And so,
Plantation.
how did you end up in San Francisco?
I remember coming out here one summer and going to a typical house art party. And it was a few years ago. And there were bands playing in all the rooms, and there was all sorts of crazy San Francisco things going on. And I just remember thinking, I'm coming back. I'm coming
This is
back
for me.
here.
So your name, you have a name to handle DJ Dirty Knees. Is that in any how related to how you ended up in San Francisco?
I said we're country folk, and I like to garden.
Some
I like
gardening.
to garden. Your knees get dirty when
okay.
you garden.
It's very clean kind of thing.
I can put a potted plant on the DJ booth and just be like, I like to garden.
Let's get that green thumb.
And what kind of music do you DJ? What?
Rock and roll. 70s, 80s. I really loved the 90s.
Yeah.
Growing up queer and going to gay bars, they were usually dance parties. But I was always the kid that wanted to find out where a gay boy could go and listen to rock and roll.
I was New Wave myself. That was mine.
Yeah. Heavy metal and gay sex. Yeah.
No, New Waving and gay sex. Well, I'll try for gay sex. Well, thank you for having
Well,
time.
nice to
and
meet
good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.